April was another exciting month for cozy gamers with games like Tiny Garden, Outbound, and the Portal Fantasy releasing. You've had quite a month packed full of games, but the big question is, are they worth your time and your money? In this video, I'm sharing all my thoughts on the cozy games and some not so cozy games that I played in the month of April. I hope to help you find your next favorite cozy game. So without further ado, let's begin. Now this first game is perfect for anyone who loves a chill, satisfying gameplay where you can just zone out, scanning groceries and grouping items to earn points. Check out Cashier Simulator was developed by Nessie Games and released back in January 10th of 2025. I randomly found this game one day when I was just scrolling on YouTube. So in this game, you are a cashier scanning groceries, bagging stuff, and trying to group like-colored items to get the highest score. It's so satisfying. It's got this adorable art style, and between shifts, you get to chat with these quirky coworkers who spill tea every single time you talk to them. I really loved how simple it is, but it was still challenging, especially when you're racing the clock to earn those 3-star stickers at the end of your shift. Collecting those stickers was like a little dopamine hit after a monotonous day of bagging groceries. The pixel art is so cozy, and the little sound effects when you scan stuff make me smile every single time. Plus, there is so many products in a bunch of different departments, so it never feels like you're scanning the same thing over and over. There are a couple things that I wish were slightly different. The coworkers you can chat with between shifts were pretty funny at first, and they love to gossip. But it doesn't really change the gameplay, so I kind of started skipping those talks after a while. It was a nice touch, but I wasn't like dying to hear more. I also love the repetitive loop, but I think that it would be cool if they added maybe other tasks like stocking shelves or cleaning the store, just a little bit of something different to mix it up. If you're thinking about playing this game on the Steam Deck, maybe don't. The controls aren't great for it. I had no bugs or glitches on PC though, so thank goodness, but definitely stick to your computer for this game. This game was definitely a buy for sure. It was such a great vibe for winding down for such a small indie game. It's packed with charm and polish. And for the price of $6.99, you're getting a gem that is perfect for any cozy gamer. Moving on, if you enjoy farming, decorating cute spaces, and experimenting with plants, think tinkering with like a magical toy garden, this game might be for you. Tiny Garden was developed by AO Norte and it was released on April 8th. I played the demo a while back during one of Steam's Next Fests. In this game, you've got this magical toy garden that's been passed down through generations, and you're growing all sorts of cute plants like colorful veggies and whimsical flowers inside of it. You're farming, solving little puzzles, and trading your harvest for the cute toy furniture to customize your space. There's no rush, no scores, no timers, just you chilling and letting your creativity run wild. And oh, I almost forgot to tell you, you find letters that tell a heartfelt story about the toy's past owners, which adds this sweet, thoughtful layer to the whole game. I gotta say, the mix of farming, puzzles, and decorating in Tiny Garden is super cute. I really liked the art style. Every plant and piece of furniture just made it all the more enjoyable. I had a fun time messing around with growing different plants and decking out my garden like I was building my own little toy world. There's no pressure here, just nice for chilling out, and I love that you can take your time to experiment and make it your own. The whole setup feels extremely cozy and really creative, which was perfect for those quiet gaming nights when I just wanted to relax. But let me be honest though, this game kind of stressed me out way more than I expected to for a cozy game. The plant unlocking cycle, where you have to grow certain plants to get others, is such an endless loop. I don't think a game has made me feel this dumb in a while. It is pretty tedious, and I was low-key overthinking every little move. Also, the letters that tell the stories, I tend to skip them because it was just so much reading for me, even though I love reading books. I thought of playing this on the Steam Deck, but unless you're wanting to use the trackpad the whole game, I would definitely steer clear of the Steam Deck and just strictly play this game on the PC. So this one is a skip for me. I wanted to love Tiny Garden for it being only $12.99. The price is fair and it has a really cute art, and the cozy decorating were right up my alley, but the tedious plant unlocking puzzles and just stressful cycle just didn't hook me like I wanted it to. That said, if you are obsessed with farming sims and don't mind puzzling through tedious tasks for that creative payoff, you might like it. Next up, if you're into cooking story-driven games with chill management and fun mini games, this game might be a new story for you to dive into. Kitchen Sink Aloha was developed by Lemon Pepper Games and was released on April 7th. In this game, you're on a stunning Hawaiian island of Maki, playing as Kai or Kala, two siblings bringing their family's restaurant back to life. You're running pop-up kitchens, cooking delicious Hawaiian dishes like spam musubi, mac salad, and loco moco, and tweaking recipes with your own flair. You'll get to recruit a colorful crew of chefs, each with their own stories, and build friendships or maybe even some romance while managing different kitchens from the beaches to food trucks. When you're not cooking, you're fishing or hiking in mini games to bond with your team. It's all about food, family, and that warm community spirit. This game definitely surprised me. I ended up enjoying it way more than I thought I would. I had a blast managing the kitchen and coordinating my chefs. It was so fun figuring out who's cooking what and just nailing those orders. The pausing timer was such a lifesaver, and it made it super chill so I could plan out my next move without being stressed, which was perfect for this cozy game. I used to live in Hawaii for about a year, so seeing these dishes like the spam musubi and the loco moco in the game really brought back such good memories, and it reminded me of just the island's amazing culture. The story is heartwarming, and I was just hooked on learning about the chefs' lives, and the pacing was just right, and every task really felt like you're rebuilding the restaurant with them. The mini games like fishing and hiking were really cute and kept things fresh by leveling up your friendships. Oh, and it is Steam Deck verified and ran perfectly for me. I had no controls issues and it was very intuitive. Character art has this gorgeous anime style and the pixel art kitchens are adorable. I seriously don't have any big complaints here. This game was so well done. If I had to nitpick, the mix of anime style character art and the pixel art in the kitchen felt a tiny bit weird at times, like they didn't totally match. I'd be cool if they leaned into the whole game being in a pixel art for just a consistent vibe, but honestly, it didn't really take away from all the fun I was having. This game was definitely a buy for me. For only $19.99, it definitely has enough content to keep you engaged, especially if you love story-heavy games. It's got that Hawaiian vibes, heartwarming chef stories, and chill cooking with mini games, and it just overall made it perfect for winding down. Now, if you're into creative building and relaxed survival vibes without stress, this alpha is super promising. Outbound was developed by Square Glade Games and is coming soon. This version I played was a closed alpha build of the game. I think it gave us a really good idea on what's to come. In Outbound, you're in a colorful utopian near future with an empty camper van, ready to turn it into your dream home on wheels. You're scavenging materials, crafting tools, and building modular parts to customize your van with paint, furniture, and even gardens for your plants and mushrooms. You power it with eco-friendly energy from the sun, wind, or water, and you can explore a gorgeous open world with different biomes, either by yourself or with up to 4 friends in co-op. It's all about crafting, growing, and chilling at your own pace with no timers, just pure cozy road trip vibes. Outbound completely blew me away. I'm so excited to see the full release. I've always dreamed of van life. I used to watch a ton of YouTube videos about it, so this game was just calling my name, and it did not disappoint. Building and customizing my camper was so much fun. I loved slowly adding parts and just making it my own. Driving around in my van made my heart so happy because I feel like not too many games just let you cruise around like this, and it's such a fun feature. The crafting and exploration are super relaxing with a chill survival vibe where you just need to eat with no stress. Finding the new towers to unlock recipes was also really satisfying, and everything just builds off of each other, like crafting tools to explore more. It's such a neat loop. The alpha ran crazy smooth on my PC with pretty intuitive controls and no bugs that I noticed. The world is gorgeous and the eco-friendly energy like solar panels was such a unique touch. I honestly can't wait to see what Square Glade Games does with the full release of this. So it is a closed alpha, though the game is not the full deal yet. I definitely got lost a little bit at first trying to find the workbench. Maybe a tad more guidance or a tutorial would help with like new players jumping in. I would also love to see free placement of furniture to be able to tweak my van's layout exactly how I want it, because who doesn't want to craft their cozy space just perfectly how they want to? The tasks are super fun, but now I could see things getting a little bit repetitive later on if they don't add more goals or stuff to grind for in the future release. The alpha only has one biome so far, which is beautiful, but it makes me just crave more areas. This one is definitely a must try if you can. Outbound's closed alpha is free if you snag access through Square Glade's newsletter, so sign up and cross your fingers because it's so worth it for the cozy van life vibes. I'm already counting down the days with planned features like a dog buddy. This alpha is relaxing yet challenging enough to keep you hooked. Moving on, this next game is perfect for players who enjoy strategic turn-based battles, exploring vibrant worlds, and getting lost in a D&D style storytelling. Portal Fantasy was developed by Portal Fantasy and released on April 16th. Initially, I didn't think this game was going to be my vibe, but it surprised me quite a bit. You're a newbie at a portal academy in the Pyli Kingdom 1,000 years after a goddess war. You're collecting adorable creatures called portables, fusing them to unlock new skills and epic majesty forms, and fighting in strategic turn-based battles. You'll explore pixelated worlds, tackle puzzles with traps and teleporters, and dive into a mysterious story about corrupted portables and ancient enemies. Portal Fantasy was giving me major Pokemon vibes, and I was obsessed. You start by picking your starter portable. It's like being a kid again, but with this gorgeous pixel art style. I'm really starting to enjoy turn-based battles. I love how strategic they are with passives that switch up based on your team, and it's really starting to grow on me. The story was really good. It was like playing in a D&D campaign with lots of dialogue describing the world around you, and I was totally hooked on uncovering the kingdom's secrets. Exploring is a blast with really quirky characters and side quests that just kept me wandering. The areas have puzzles that are fun and not too challenging. It runs great on PC, and I tried it on my Steam Deck too, where the controller support is pretty solid. This game's got so much heart to it. Now, I am still early in my playthrough of Portal Fantasy, so I don't have a ton to complain about yet, but it's been pretty awesome so far. One thing I will say is I'm so bad at the jumping and platforming in these games. It's honestly embarrassing how much I struggle with these moving platforms and the spikes. Some of the areas can get a bit stressful, which isn't on the super cozy vibe. I wish they were a smidge easier or had a skip option. Also, the tutorial was way too wordy. I'm the kind of gamer who needs games to physically walk me through things, because if I read it, I'm gonna forget it. Like, please just show me. I tried playing this on my Steam Deck, and while it runs really good with controller support, my save file for some reason didn't transfer from my PC, which was a bummer, so I started over. So if you know how to fix this kind of issue, please let me know in the comments below. The dialogue was amazing, but a lot. So if reading isn't your thing, like how I kind of skipped Tiny Garden's letters, it might feel a bit heavy. This one was definitely a buy for me. For $19.99, it offers a cozy RPG style with a Pokemon style creature collecting, D&D worthy storytelling, and some pixel art charm. Now, if you're into cozy stories with a cultural twist and don't mind a quick campaign, this one might be your vibe. Detective Dotson was developed by Masala Games and released on April 24th. You're Dotson, a reluctant detective with Bollywood dreams, roaming the colorful streets of modern-day India to solve your dad's mysterious murder. You're trading street food and incense sticks with tons of characters to snag clues from. You'll be bargaining in shops and playing mini games like cricket and Bollywood dance-offs to earn you coins. You'll come across 4 cases. You'll build evidence boards in a 2D meets 3D world, uncovering a big conspiracy. It's a cozy mystery bursting with Indian vibes. Think bustling markets, festivals, and family weddings. Detective Dotson definitely made me feel like a legit private investigator, and I loved it. Solving the cases by trading items, like buying street food to get info from characters, was such a cool touch in just piecing together the evidence board was really satisfying. The 2D pixel art characters in this 3D world are adorable, and I really enjoyed seeing the Indian culture because it was so vibrant and colorful with their markets and the temples and festivals that just really made the game. I haven't seen much Indian representation in games besides the cooking game Vemba, so this felt really special. The quirky guards who chase you around the map were definitely my favorite, and they really kept you on your toes. The 4 mini games like crickets and Bollywood dancing were super fun and were a great way to earn coins for trades, which really helped keep things fresh in the game. Now, I loved this game, but there are a couple negative things to note. The campaign's super short. It only has 4 cases and about 5-ish hours of gameplay, which doesn't take away from its charm, but I was just left wanting more. I also wished the cases were a bit more challenging or more in-depth, like maybe tougher puzzles or trickier clues to really flex my PI skills. I ran into a bug where my whole world went black. You literally couldn't see anything besides the characters, which was super weird and kind of broke my whole immersion. I would say maybe get this one on a sale for being $14.99. It's a cozy mystery gem bursting with Indian culture, charming gameplay, and a little Bollywood flair. But honestly, something about it keeps me from wanting to 100% recommend it to you. It's like a nice little snack of a cozy game if you want something short. So, moving on, if you're into relaxing yet challenging city builder games and want a chill city builder with a sci-fi, eco-friendly twist, this one is gonna be perfect for you. Synergy was developed by Leakier Studio and was released on April 16th. In this game, you're on a mesmerized alien planet with Mobius-inspired look, building a city to help your citizens thrive in a strange, unforgiving environment. You're analyzing plants to fill your knowledge book, sending citizens on expeditions to find new species and ancient tablets, and researching tech and cool culture to unlock buildings. You'll craft unique districts with special bonuses, managing resources like water and food, and keep your citizens happy with cozy homes. It's a city builder about exploration, sustainability, and chilling in a sci-fi sandbox. Synergy is like a cozy sci-fi Sable meets city builder, and I'm so into this vibe. The Mobius-inspired art style is stunning. Think colorful comic book deserts that just felt alive. Building up my city was really cool. Even though I normally don't gravitate towards city builders, everything is fine until my total town is in a disaster, but this game still kept it pretty relaxing while still challenging me. I loved sending my citizens out on expeditions. The game walks you through scenarios and lets you choose what to do next, like a mini choose your own adventure, and that was super nice. Analyzing plants to unlock resources felt so satisfying, and there was a no rush pace, which was perfect. It has seasonal changes, which add just enough spice to the gameplay. It also ran super smooth on my PC. So city builders aren't my strong suit, so I definitely struggled with Synergy's mechanics. Things can go from chill to chaotic so fast if you're not careful. Like, my towns always seem to just crash and burn. The tutorial was optional, which is awesome, but it is so text heavy, and I'm kind of the gamer who forgets stuff that I read in tutorials, kind of like I mentioned before. That said, I highly recommend doing the tutorial anyways, because it explains all the building and resources, which is key to not messing up your playthrough. Wow, this game is not Steam Deck verified. I think the controls might not be super intuitive there, so I definitely suggest just sticking to PC with this one. This game was a buy for $24.99. It is a perfect, relaxing city builder packed with sci-fi charm, relaxing gameplay, and a gorgeous Mobius art style. If you love strategic yet chill games, you're gonna be hooked on this one. Now, I did play a couple of not so cozy games, but I wanted to throw them in here because I feel that they were a little less stress than a normal not so cozy game. So the first game, it is perfect for people who enjoy crafting their own story through choices, exploring magical worlds, and dipping into combat without too much stress, especially if you're new to RPGs like I am. Avowed was developed by Obsidian Entertainment and released back on February 18th of this year. You're an envoy who landed in the Living Lands, a wild island in the Pillars of Eternity world of Aurora. The air hums with ancient magic, plants seem alive, and a creepy plague called Dream Scourge is causing chaos. Your mission to investigate turns super personal when the land feels like it knows you, pulling you into a deep choice-driven quest. You'll mix swords, spells, guns, and shields to fight, while you team up with companions like a quirky wizard or an ex-mercenary, and you get to make decisions that's going to shape the island's fate. It is a high-stakes fantasy RPG. Now, Avowed was my first fantasy action RPG that I played, and I definitely have missing out. This game was incredible. As someone who loves stories and reading, the narrative just had me hooked. It was so immersive with the choices that shape how the characters react and where the story goes. I played on the lower difficulty to chill and just soak in the story without sweating the combat, and I'm really glad that I did this. It had the perfect balance of action and storytelling. The living lands were stunning. I can't get over how pretty the glowing caves and the lush forest and the desert ruins were. I explored every nook and cranny and it just felt so alive. The companions were super cool with banter and quests that just make you care. Okay, Avowed isn't perfect. My game crashed a couple of times, which really sucked, but thankfully they have an autosave which kicked in, so I didn't lose much of my progress. Still, it definitely broke the immersion though. Since this was my first RPG, I really don't have much to compare it to. Some people said that the story was predictable or the 20-hour main quest is short for a $70 game, but I was honestly too immersed to care about that. I played this on my PC, which ran great aside from the crashes. For this one, I definitely suggest waiting because for $69.99, ouch. Avowed was a breathtaking RPG with a gripping story, epic combat. I really find it hard to be paying so much for games these days. Like, do you know how many coffees I could buy with that? Or better yet, how many indie games I could get? That's all I'm gonna say about that. So let's move on to the next one. This game is perfect for people who love strategic production, open world exploration, and chilling, satisfying loops. But it's definitely got a much more mature theme with drugs and violence. So this one is for the adults only. So if you are under the age of 18, I would maybe. So, Schedule 1 was developed by TVGS and released in early access on March 24th. Basically a farming sim, but on a way more mature level. You're a small-time drug dealer landing in Highland Point, a grungy West Coast city with no cash, no product, and no connections. Your goal is to build a drug empire from the ground up, crafting unique drug recipes, distributing them by walking, skating, or driving, and hiring dealers to expand your network. You'll buy properties, manage employees, and fend off law enforcement and rival cartels with fists, melee weapons, or guns. You can team up with up to 4 friends in co-op to dominate the underworld, but it's just as fun solo. It's a bold, mature sim that's all about strategy, survival, and has a weirdly cozy grind. Now, Schedule 1 definitely had me hooked from the moment I saw it, and it's been such a fun game. I held off playing it to savor it, and when I finally dove in, I was addicted. I could not stop playing this game. It's gritty, but it has this cozy-ish vibe to it that's really hard to explain. Like, managing a shady empire feels as satisfying as planting crops in, I dare say, Stardew Valley. Listen, shh, please don't judge me. Crafting new drug strands and experimenting with recipes was really rewarding. The repetition of the producing and the distributing was weirdly relaxing. I have yet to try co-op with this because I really wanted to vibe with my first solo run of it, but I'm stoked to build an empire with my friends later on. This game is in early access, so it does have some hiccups. I personally didn't run into any bugs myself, which was awesome, but a few friends of mine did hit into some bugs like the plants glitching and whatnot. Now, I played this on PC where it runs lovely, but the Steam Deck's a no-go. The controller layouts are not intuitive, and while some players made custom ones, I'd just rather stick to PC for now on this. Maybe later on I will take the time and make my own layout someday. This game would be perfect to just lay on the couch or in bed and play it on my Steam Deck. Now, the mature themes are not for everyone, so if you're cozy only, this game might be a bit too much for you. Now, this one was definitely a buy. For $19.99, it offers an addicting, gritty sim with a cozy grind. There is also a demo available if you wanted to get your first test sample. Now, if I had to pick my top 3 games from this month, it would definitely be Outbound, Portal Fantasy, and Schedule 1. They all scratched my brain in just the right places and just kept me wanting more. I really enjoyed this month for cozy games. Now, I urge you, if any of these games piqued your interest, to definitely check them out. It has been nice to see a variety in cozy games coming out lately again. Now, that wraps it up for all of the cozy games that I played this month. I really want to hear what your top 3 games were this month. Leave them in the comments down below. I hope that you found this video helpful and gave you some advice on whether you should pick any of these cozy games up or not. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more cozy gaming content. So until next time, happy gaming. We finally filmed the video after not posting for like a whole month. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.